Thank you, Karthik, and it's my pleasure to introduce one of the leading scholars of caste today, one who I may add is also an exemplar of a publicly engaged scholar. Professor David Mosse's work is characterized by a series of innovations, and central in that is his method that he brings to his work, and he keeps 4 issues and phenomena together: caste, class, power, and rituals. And we see in his work how they operate together in the generation and sustenance of lives and livelihoods, or what we understand as just as development. Like all anthropologists, Professor Mosse has done several years of fieldwork in his primary site, which is in the Ramanathapuram district in southeastern Tamil Nadu. His early work on the development aid industry drew from his experience working in the development sector for Oxfam as its South Asia representative. Several books and papers resulted from that, including The Aid Effect, another book, Cultivating Development, which was an ethnography of aid policy and practice, and a very fine book, The Rule of Water, Statecraft, Ecology, and Collective Action in South India, which is a fascinating social history of how water tanks played a central role in tank irrigation for tank irrigation agriculture. And these water tanks were sites of power struggles of caste, class, and ritual. Professor Mosse's next research was on caste and religion, especially with respect to Dalits and Christianity, and this resulted in the book, The Saint in the Banyan Tree, Christianity and Caste Society in India, and several scholarly papers. In these works, he showed us how rituals of power or kingship are central to caste and how they shaped access to resources, including prestige and honor. More recently, he undertook collaborative research in India and the UK on civil society activism and transnational advocacy on Dalit rights and development. He co-led a project for the UK Equalities and Human Rights Commission on caste in Britain. And we've been fortunate in this series to hear from some of the other people involved in that project. And this concerns developing legislation against caste discrimination and supports activists working to protect victims of discrimination. Professor Mosse's current anthropological research focuses on mental health crisis care and psychiatric innovation, including interest in caste discrimination and distress. I want to conclude my introduction by highlighting 2 of Professor Mosse's most recent scholarly essays, which have quickly become some kind of a standard reading for anyone interested in struggling against caste. Especially, I feel this would be very important for the membership of the AKSC and viewers of this series. The first one is published in 2020, titled The Modernity of Caste and the Market Economy in Modern Asian Studies. And this is on the continuing significance of caste in the modern market economy. And a second one, slightly different, is published in the Comparative Studies in Society and History, another very good, important journal. And it's titled Outside Caste, the enclosure of caste and claims to castelessness in India and the United Kingdom. And this article shows how claims to castelessness are a way to argue for the irrelevance of caste in the diaspora. And this is usually engaged in by a lot of people who wish to not look at caste as a problem, and in that sense, try to also prevent the legislation of casteism in countries such as the UK. So please join me in giving a very warm welcome to Professor David Mosse.